Morning, 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 morning. It's your boy Tony Richez. And it's going to be your morning motivation right here. And it might hit some people different, but we're going to be real with it. We're going to be real with it. When you going to start analyzing your life? When you going to realize the wrong that you're doing ain't making no right? When you going to realize that you got to stop doing this, you got to stop doing that so you can better yourself? When you going to realize that you keep finding yourself in the same position you was at last year or the year before that? When you going to come to your senses up here and realize that it's time to make a change? When you gonna realize you gotta put certain stuff down? You gotta leave certain people alone to better yourself, to better your life. I done been there. I had to do it before. I'm just being honest. When you gonna realize, man, you gotta leave that materialistic stuff alone when you know you really can't afford it right now. You still scrolling on them apps. Nike just dropped something new. Ralph just dropped something new. Apple just dropped something new. When you gonna realize ain't none of that important? Only thing important is you staying on track with yourself and you getting on track with yourself. That's what's important. When we gonna start realizing that? When we gonna start realizing that you can't be trying to keep up with everybody else? You always want to do this and that. In reality, you know your importance. You know you got that stuff that's lingering in the back of your head that you need to take care of. But you been putting that stuff on the backside because you trying to keep up with everybody else. When you gonna realize that? When you gonna realize you gotta start using people? When you gonna realize that it's time to let mama live? It's time to let daddy live. It's time to let grandma and granddaddy live. When you gonna realize that? When you gonna realize it's time to grow up and be an adult? When you gonna realize that? When you gonna realize that you gotta get your shit together? You gotta get your shit together, because guess what? When it all fails, who gonna really have your back? When you been getting over on people your whole life. We gotta get our stuff together, people. You gotta pick your own self up. You don't need nobody to pick you up. Pick your own self up. Get out of whatever's going on in your head. That depression and stuff, I understand. We all have been there. I'd have been there. At some point in life, you gotta move on. At some point in life, you gotta say it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. Because when it all said and done, who really got you? You can't keep using these people, man. It's time for them people to live. It's time for you to stop bothering everybody. It's time for people to sit back and look at you and say, I'm proud of you. That's the morning motivation, man. Y'all go out here and do your best. Keep believing in yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Let's go. It's your boy Tony Richez, and I'm out.